surge nowadays. It is free. Fuck that. It's now the transition with surge, right? So when we talk about trans-sensitive topics and we talk about stuff that's happening today, I don't think that it's really hard for trans. I think certain things was hard for trans, but as far as transition, like getting your name changed, getting your bags and getting your facial film and like all of like your sex change, all of that stuff it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not really hard either. It's also an option. Like that's stuff that people choose to do. So when you say they go through that transition and they do all that stuff to become who they are, they do that on their own. That's like I don't think that I do nothing to better myself in my everyday life that a trans woman can't do just as easy. Because the hardest part about being trans 10 years ago was having your name changed, walking in somewhere looking like a complete woman and having a male name. And that was the hardest part about a lot of stuff. You can go in so many different places nowadays, and regardless of what you look like, if your name is changed, if you have female in your ID, and you have all of you coming in, you're like approachable, you look the right way, you're presentable enough, you can do anything that I can do in your everyday life. But I know a lot of trans personally who want everything handed to them. Y'all forget I work in a clinic. Like I have like young trans women that come in there I have a handful of them that come in there for their health with no problem. I have some that won't come in there at all when it comes to like their health, and then it comes to a time where they say, okay, well I have a surgery coming up, but I need to get 2 letters written. I swear to God, I've never had my phone ring from like patients so much in my life. Like they need these letters, they will blow my phone up to make sure that I get these letters get a letter from my boss. But when I'm telling them to come in there because something looks a little abnormal or something like that, they will not come in. I have to like chase them down to the point where I've like actually offered to get in my car and go pick them up. So like I think that the fact that trans has so many different resources and stuff like that, they've become a tad bit lazy. They don't want to work for nothing. They kind of want everything to be handed to them because they know the resources are there, but they don't want to work for them. So they got to get up on their bed and come somewhere 5 times before they can actually get what it is they're looking for. They will really, really like take their time doing it if it's not something that's going to change their physical appearance. That is. Because I know that when it comes to their physical appearance, they do anything they have to do to get to that point. But when it comes to something that's like their sexual health or their mental or something like that, they would not take that stuff serious. They want everything to be handed to them. So like, let's not say like their transition is a whole big deal or why they are the way they are or why they feel like they go through way more than what we go through, because they really don't. They do have to do that stuff for themselves, but they're not doing it because like somebody's making them do it. It's like you chose to be trans and you want to get this stuff done, you want to make it happen, so you have to get up and do that. If you want to be trans, I know trans women that's like completely fine with no surge at all. All they do is take their mouth. So miss me with some of that. Just some of it.
Well, I was seeing some of the views. The viewer was I was seeing one of the viewers was asking, are you saying that being trans is an option now? But I don't think that's what.
I think for some people it is, because I think some people don't feel trans. I think that's just my opinion. I don't think, and people, let's go back to opinions. This is an opinion that's not, I don't think it's disrespectful because I'm not delivering it in a disrespectful way, but we all know somebody who we feel like is transitioning for the wrong reason. We all know people that transition just for sex work so that they can make the money that they want to make. We know that some people that transition just simply because they like boys. Like, everybody that's actually living a trans lifestyle does not feel trans, which means it's optional. Like, these are people that don't have no surgery and stuff like that, and they look real as all out and all that stuff, but they don't feel like trans people. We see some of the realest girls be trans.
I do think, well, for my opinion, this is Lauren. My opinion, I don't think that being trans is an option, and I don't think that people who go out and do, just because, like, now I'm going to agree with what you said, getting surgery and doing all that kind of stuff, that doesn't make you trans. That's not what makes you trans, and I think that's what you're saying. I don't think that you believe that the people who go out and do that they're actually trans. Is that more so what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I do that wrong. I'm sorry.
I don't want to offend nobody. I just said my opinion. I couldn't agree with that part. Duante, what's your opinion on it?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I just got in the house.
So I feel like I get what you're saying to a certain extent, as far as the surgeries and those are like options, and there's plenty of trans people that don't have them.
I think we also got to look at the fact that with them transitioning and then wanting to become, the person that they feel that they are, some of those surgeries are kind of more so a necessity to them because they feel like without it, they're not going to feel as much or present as much like the person who they feel like. I don't know, this is always a touchy subject because it's like hard to talk about it in our lives. We don't want to stand it. Yeah, but also,
that's the thing. That was the reason for this conversation. It's a touchy subject. Right. Some trans people try to make it more sensitive about stuff, knowing that you don't mean it a certain way, but because they want to make a pity party for themselves, they try to make it seem like you meant it in a way that they know you did. So we deal with it every day. I think Justin Reyes go through this a lot. I'm not saying she's the most perfect person, but a lot of times she make a lot of jokes about gay and being trans and stuff like that, and we know that she's a comedian, but we still incriminate her for it just because we want to make it extra sensitive for our community. Like, some of that time, that's not fair to do that, but that's what people do, and that's what people are doing right now. Like, it's touchy, and there's certain things you want to say, but you're, like, stumbling over saying it because you know there's going to be some trans woman or some trans man that's going to make it seem like you're saying something in a way that you know for a fact that you're not saying it, and they know that too, but they like to do that. And that's what I'm saying. When we say choose, she do try it sometimes. That's why I say she's not perfect. But sometimes she say stuff like she called a straight man gay before. Like she called him Chris, and they made a big deal about that. I'm like, bitch, how often does that happen? Like, and then she was saying that to another gay man, like like trying to make a joke out of him being gay in a way of like embarrassing him to people using your platform to make a person look bad. Then that's different. But when you're arguing, when you're going to have a back and forth argument with a straight man and you call him gay because he's arguing back and forth with a woman, I don't think that that's something to really incriminate a person about. But that's just me.
Yeah, see, I kind of feel like I'm not like it's not a big deal to me when that happens, but at the same time, I get the argument behind it because it's almost like somebody is using gay to weaponize the person. So that kind of puts you to their mindset. Feels like if I call them gay, that's how I'm getting at them. It's like that's my right with them. So it's kind of like they're using that to weaponize them at the same time. So it kind of makes you wonder if this is how the person really actually thinks. So I don't know. But yeah, it definitely goes along the lines of we were talking about sensitive topics, and that's y'all wanted sensitivity, and y'all definitely went straight for a sensitive topic.
Look, remember? The reason I don't mind is because I'm surrounded by more trans women than British people. So when the few trans women that like to play this game of like, oh, I'm so offended by what you're saying, when they do that and they know for a fact that I'm not meaning it in a nasty way, I just ignore them because, like I said, I'm surrounded by trans women more than British queens. So like my closest relationship is with a trans woman, a full-fledged trans woman, bitch. She's a fucking fingernail away from being a biological woman. So when people play that game of like, oh, what you say, I'm not biting my tongue about this stuff. I'm going to say how I mean it. As long as I feel like I'm delivering in a respectful way, I don't really feel like I'm going to bite my tongue or try to sugarcoat what I'm saying because it's a sensitive topic. It's a sensitive topic, but it does need to be talked about.
So one of the viewers said, so being gay is an option as well.
See what I mean? I'm not answering that, girl. They can answer that.
No, and you know what? And that's
you just reading what other people say, but that's what I'm saying. I knew somebody.
That's why I wanted to express that. No, I don't feel like that being trans is an option. Like I don't feel like being gay is an option
for certain people. A lot of people feel like from day one that they can remember, I'm born in the wrong body. I'm supposed to be a girl, or I'm supposed to be a man. Right. I know some people feel that way, but I said being trans is an option for some people. Like I specifically know people who, like, bitch, I know one specific femme queen who went and got a complete regular haircut. Mind you, she had already had her date completely set away, like for her breast. Bitch, when 2 weeks before her date, she put a wig on her head and she went in there and she got her breast. That somebody like that does not feel trans. Like, that's just my opinion because I feel like if you went and got a fresh haircut and you was kind of paying it, but you never told those doctors that you was going back to being a male, like, I feel like if you just decide to go ahead and get those bags, you're doing that for the wrong reason. You don't feel that way. That's like, I guess I say for some people, being trans is an option, but once you are like completely transitioned and you're like a full-fledged femme queen, I cannot take from you that, oh, you're technically trans. However, I can take from myself that you don't feel trans, obviously, because you're doing it for the wrong reason. You're not doing it because you feel like a woman. You're doing it because you like boys, or you like the attention you get from boys, or something like that. Like, it's immature and it's minor as that may sound. This is the reality of our situation.
But I've heard a lot of trans women say the same thing. That some people get up and then and then they transition because the money that they can make from dates, or because someone has told them, oh, you look cunt as a girl, or
they get better attention from being a woman. So that's what I mean when I say being trans is an option. I'm not saying that somebody I know who is trans who don't work or really don't even deal with boys like that. They just kind of live their life or whatever the case may be. If they live their life as a regular woman, I'm not saying, oh, she chose to be trans. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying people that we know the people who do it for. Yeah, like that's what I mean when I say trans. Of course, there was going to be somebody that was going to be sensitive enough to play this game and try to make it seem like, oh, he's saying that being trans is an option. Girls, stick that up your ass. That's not what I said. You know that's not what I mean. This show ain't the same.
Jeez.
I'm not about somebody my tongue, but nobody. I was saying it in the most respectful way. I'm just passionate about how I feel. That's all.
Let's get on to the next subject. Let's get on the subject that we're going to get off the trans. We love
well,
our
do
trans.
Anybody got anything they want to say?
We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick. Definitely.
Girl.
But we can't even hear her.
The Power 5 Ball, the 10th annual Pop It Friday, 5 April 2019. Host, Cash Mizrahi, legendary Oso Milan, icon Angel Yamamoto, icon Danny Ebony, MCs for the evening, icon Jack Mizrahi and Johnny Milan. Where? At the Renaissance Ballroom at the Gables. 2340 Southwest 32nd Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33145. $40 before 9:30 p.m., $30 after. Doors open at 8 p.m. LSS starts at 9 p.m. Ball ends at 3 a.m. Two VIP tables, $250. Includes one bottle of premium champagne, chicken tenders, platter of various fruits, cheese, cold cuts, and crackers. It's 10. 8 general tables, $200. Includes one bottle of premium champagne, chicken tenders, platter of various fruits, cheese, cold cuts, and crackers. It's 10. Prizes include grand prize categories. Grand prize, house with the most points, $3,000. Mini grand prize number 1, best dressed, 5 points. Mini grand prize number 2, bizarre, 5 points. Mini grand prize number 3, open to all team states, 3 points per state. Mini grand prize number 4, pride awareness campaign as a house, 5 points. Come in peace or leave in pieces.
Okay, y'all, we back. Alright, y'all, we back. We're going to go ahead and switch the subject a little bit, switch the topic up a little bit, change shift here. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump into my little hot topic or whatever that I have for y'all tonight. So, over the past couple of months or so, or weeks or whatever, I've been seeing a lot on social media dealing with, in ballroom, dealing with, approaching people's members or recruiting people, things of that nature. Of course, I mean, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. We've seen things over the last, few days involving my house and another house, things like that. So I just wanted to talk about, you have James here, you have a new house. We have Duante, you're in a season house, you're in a season house as well. Like, how do you guys go about recruiting new members, or what do you see as do's and don'ts when it comes to approaching people about coming to your house?
Who want to start? Y'all can just start, Marlon, when y'all ready, because I'm busy. Cool.
Okay, so my whole thing is this. My thing is this, okay, like, for instance, Lauren said, your house, okay. So you guys were kind of upset with the house of Mesa Margella for, approaching you guys as members or whatever, correct?
You said what now?
Lauren,
Yeah, I'm here.
you guys, the House of Garcon was kind of upset with the House of Margiela for approaching their house members, right?
Yes, okay.
So my thing was, it's kind of like, okay, in ballroom, I think that does that naturally happen? Like, wouldn't you want people to try to approach your members? Like, if they're not approaching your members, then it's like your members ain't shit, or they're attached to your house so much to the point where it's like, bitch, I don't even need to approach her. Like, I know she ain't going nowhere. But other than that, of course somebody's gonna approach your members. Would you want that?
No, I would not. No, I actually don't. You can admire my members from afar. You know what I'm saying? If you admire them, then that's what you do. You admire them. So my thing is, so basically what you're saying is that's you agree with that type of tactic?
Do you
approach people in other houses?
Everyone has done it. Everyone has done it.
You're a parent in your house, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so do you do recruiting?
I haven't been doing recruiting like that.
Huh?
As of right now, I'm not recruiting. But in the past, yes, I was doing recruiting, yes.
Okay, yeah. You recruit people in other houses. Do you see people that are in other houses trying to get them to leave their house to come to your house? Or do you see...
Not necessarily leave. Like, I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is very rare. But it may be like, girl, you need to come on over here, or whatever the case would be. If I see any type of crack stuff, they're not happy, or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to go to, you know what I'm saying, let's just say, Lala Crayola, who's a bona fide house of Crayola. I'm not going to go to her unless some type of reason for me to really approach her. Some people it's not approachable to tell you to go to their house.
That's what I'm saying. When you saying see reasons, so what are you saying? You see what? Trouble within their house, them having, you swoop in when you see a controversy going on in the house. What do you mean? What are your signs that they are approachable?
Because of social media, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, that you instantly can get shade if something's happening within the house. It's kind of like, ooh, girl, like, damn, did she get into it with Lawrence and them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, everything is just so, everybody knows.
You don't need to do recruiting for your house.
No,
did they take you off recruiting? They need to take you off recruiting. If that's how you think, you don't need to.
No, I'm saying, no, you're not asking me how am I recruit. You asked me how do I feel about other people approaching people. It happens.
But, how you feel would be probably how you move, too, though.
No, I don't mind. I don't care if I feel like, that's just like you ask somebody like, can I hit? Like, you know what I'm saying, can we fuck? Yes, it's in a relationship. It's either they're going to say yeah or they're going to say no, but you're not going to really go up to nobody in a happy relationship and try to say, like, yeah, can I hit? Like, you know what I'm saying? They got to be some type of reason behind that.
So, Lil Jack, you just started, you know what I'm saying, your house is still fairly new. What are your strategies, or what do you prefer? New talent, or how do you go about things?
Ms. Lawrence. I'm not new to this. Don't talk to me like I'm no kid.
I'm not talking to you like
You're not talking to me like I'm no kitten on this phone. Nah.
What are you talking about? I'm asking you straight
I'm playing. I know. So I'm like, I don't. Okay, so since I was like the house arrest, I haven't approached anybody at all. I don't mind approaching people. That's funny. I actually don't mind approaching people, but I approach people at a specific point. I have to genuinely throw away. It's not like a. I just like this person. I want them in my house. So I'm gonna go try to take them. No, that's not really my thing. Like, I feel like if something's working for them, if it's for them, it's for them, and I let that be. On the flip side, I think that if I notice talent and I feel like they're not being pressed to their person's potential. You know how, like Let me give y'all an example. This show is not going to be good for you. Let me just say that. Let me give you an example. Trace. When Trace was in Milan, I feel like we thought everybody thought she was pretty. It's her. And then the Mizrahi got her, and Trace was like something about the energy that the Mizrahi gave her, like made Trace bloom into like something totally different. Like it was funny because she looks really good. Like she looks really good, but her energy, like the way she feels when she comes on the floor now, is a totally different energy. It's like, bitch, like she's like glowing. Her confidence is extremely high. Like when I used to be Trace, I can remember like I think the BC ball. When the $5,000 fees, I was like, I seen Trace. I was like, oh, she's a pretty white lady. And now when I see her, I'm like, bitch, who is that? And like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's a different feel. And I feel like certain houses do that for certain people. And I think that it's like, I feel like my house can bring that to a person who's being kind of pushed to the back burner. I don't mind going after that person. And that's just me being honest on the phone with everybody. So everybody can hear me. Like, I don't mind going after who I feel like is being pushed to the back burner. And if their house don't appreciate them enough to like push them to their full potential, I don't mind going after that person. On the flip side, I go after them, but I still keep in mind like how I would want somebody to treat somebody else. If you're going to put somebody in my house, I want you to do the same thing. If you feel like this person is being pushed to the back burner and you feel like we're not doing what we can possibly do for them, still be respectful to my house. So while you're like saying these things to my kid or whatever case it is, let them know that like, I still think that you should try to work things out with your house. Well, I think you should try this. I'm giving like nonstop 24/7. I'm always giving people in other houses a lot of advice about what they can do better or what they can do different. Now, if we notice that we're giving those advice to people and then it's not working for them, then what's up? Man, how you want to do this? Like, because you got to be a double seven. So you can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just jump out here and do that and then do this. So, like, but that's just me being honest. And at this point, and with the House of West, I don't approach anybody. I kind of like let people know. People hit me up like, oh, what's up with West? And it happens every day. What's up? Like, how can I be a West? First of all, you have to be a 007. Are you in the house? And this, I say this to people that I know personally. I can like knowing them, and I be like, did you leave your house? Oh no, I'm thinking about it because I'm not here for ego purposes. So if you just and there's ego things that you want me to just kick you up a little bit to let you know you can do it, like that's not what I'm here for. So at this point,
and that's exactly it. That's it. That's why I personally do not recruit. Like honestly, there's maybe I can count on a hand of somebody to say, oh, Lawrence brought me to the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do that for that personal, for that is that reason right there. Like, for one, I don't like to get told no. And then for two, it's like, I don't, like, if I approach somebody, then they have their hand to be like, they'll use me to say, oh, the Garcons want me to come over, or, no, you're not, like, you know what I'm saying? It's that limbo that people do. I don't want that, though.
Like, what's wrong with being able to say, like, yeah, because it was a point in time where it was like an honor to be able to say, yes, I could go here, or whatever the case may be. Now everybody put everybody in. But it was a point in time where it was like, bitch, I can get in the Lord. Like, where the Lord said I'm come.
No, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't like my personal name attached to. I don't like that because I just feel like it can just get. I don't know. I don't.
You're shady. Because you're shady and you don't want them to be like, oh, I mean, you don't want them to be like, oh.
No, not that. It's just. Some people, when you just going after them for recruit, you don't really know them. You know what I'm saying? And some people can be very messy, or some people can use, and it's like, oh, with them, I did approach him about coming to the house, or I did. You know what I'm saying? They just use. I just don't make myself available for that. So if that's shade, then I guess that is shade. But if I do want somebody, I'll send somebody out to them. I'm not gonna go. Personally.
So is it okay for you to send someone after them so that the person can say like, oh, don't forget, JJ came after me, JJ Garcon. Like, I mean, what's the difference from you and somebody?
Because they don't got his name attached. If they come out, then they can't say Lawrence did it.
I don't want them to say Lawrence did it. And then too, like I said, I don't like to get told no. I really don't be knowing what to say. Shit, that's just like, you know what, I ain't gonna get into that.
Remember, it was one point in time where it was okay to leave your house for a position. Like, if you leaving the house because they offer you a position.
What, Marlon, what the hell that got to do with us recruiting people?
But no, I mean, it does kind of work with it. But I think what has happened is positions are given out so much now.
Hold on. But I think now the positions are given out so much. I think now it's kind of like well, it means something to some people out here. But like for some people, it's like I can either take a position at Walmart or I can keep working at Saks as a regular employee and still get more of the same respect.
But I think, you know, it's totally different when it comes to positions and all of that now.
Yeah, okay, so Lauren, you felt like the Garcon, you felt like the Marcella tried your house.
Girl, you keep wanting to push this Marcella tried our house thing. That's not what we're doing here tonight. It's not about Marcella trying our house.
Let me say this.
It's about No. Because I'm gonna go ahead on and do this. It's not about Marcella trying our house. This is for any house. This is for your house, anybody's house. Don't come and approach our members. Period. If they're not 007, don't approach them because we don't go approaching people that are not 007. That's one thing my house stands for. That's something I personally believe. Like
but
if they're not 007, if they're not 007, if somebody is not 007, if they're still in their house and they're if they were to come to me about coming to my house, yes, even if I entertain a conversation or listening to them or whatever their problem is or this and the third, the part about having membership or attaining membership or any of that as far as my house, that conversation we have to have with you being a 007, not with you being in your house. I feel like that's just disrespectful. I don't get into that. That just leaves room for so much drama. Like I'm not going. When you do that, you want. I'm not gonna say it's never been done. Oh, we went and snatched such and such out of there. Okay, so just know that when you went and snatched such and such, you want to stay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say that it's never gonna happen. Just know that anytime you do that, it's gonna be taken with shade. You can't snatch somebody out of somebody else's house and say, "Oh, well, we did that, but it was absolutely no shade." And that's whether you're a new house or an old house.
That don't want to get snatched. Like, I mean, are you serious?
So basically,
you one of them girls that believe that you don't supposed to slap this bitch for selecting people with your man. No, you smack her and smack them. Bitch, what the fuck you mean? Okay, girl, you snatched stuff from my house, but you still gonna get shaded. That's just my personal opinion. I don't believe.
No, I mean I do agree that. Totally agree.
I definitely feel like approaching people who are still in houses is definitely a don't when it comes to recruiting. I don't see that at all.
But it's done daily. It's done daily.
It is, but that doesn't. I mean, a lot of things is done daily, but that doesn't mean it's right. I mean, I will say we had two recent incidents. One was in the group where there was this person in another house overseas that wants to come to the house, and somebody posted their stuff in our group, and they were like, "What do y'all think about him? He's a such and such right now, but he wants to leave, and he said he wants to come here, blah, blah, blah." So, you know, I went ahead and let them know, look, we don't take people from other houses. If he's serious about he don't want to be in his house, then he'll end up leaving because that's not where he wants to be. But we're not going to take nobody from nobody else's house because we don't have time for the shade, and we don't want nobody doing that to us. More recently, there was a post today overseas as well, where somebody in my house had hit up somebody in another house and told them like they were cute or whatever. They had never seen them on the scene, and you know, you don't look like you would be in that house. You look like you would be in our house. And so that caused like some friction with stuff over there. So I had to like talk to her and explain to her like, hey, that's not how we do things or whatever, X, Y, and Z. She totally understood it. Again, you know, the overseas they're still learning and stuff like that. So things that are expected to happen. However, over here, you know, I think we can kind of know better. Or at least if you are going to do that, then you can't, like Lauren said, you can't act surprised when there's some type of like repercussion to you wanting to steal members out of somebody else's house.
What kind of repercussion do a bitch think they're going to give me? I mean,
they're going to probably chop what?
They're going to probably chop. Because if a bitch thinks that they want to fight or
We're talking about ballroom shades. Marlon.
It's not about.
Marlon, get it in. Take it down to a 5. We're talking about ballroom shades.
No, what I'm saying is, what type of repercussion? The only thing you can do is either steal one of my members, or what could you possibly do?
And that's what happened. They still. So you just basically when they start chopping them. You have no type of like. You don't care.
People make ballroom not fun. You should not.
So
I say this all the time.
So somebody says, Marlon, asked me to come to the house.
If somebody wants to leave their house or go to another house, they want to go to 10 houses. That is a prerogative, honestly.
What if they don't ask you?
Oh, you know how many people left this right here and I tell them, like, girl, I feel like good, I understand, or, I get it. Like, I get it.
Because...
You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that, like, I may have been in this house yesterday or whatever, but I may have woke up and I may not want to do certain things, so I want to go to this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not have to be tied down to a house unless you created it. Other than that, if you want to go somewhere else, I don't get it. And I shouldn't be chopped. I shouldn't be chopped. I shouldn't be shaded. I shouldn't be none of that. If I want to go somewhere else because I decided to do something else, that's my fucking prerogative. And a lot of people take it so serious.
Not say that, but Marlon, you do this ballroom house thing differently. Like, I already knew that we did that totally different. But you don't believe in, like, loyalty or anything like that, correct?
Yes, I do.
No, you did. What type of loyalty do you have? Hold on, y'all. We got a caller. We got a caller 404-934.
Hey, how are y'all doing? This is Pampers T.
What's up, Pampers?
I was just calling to support and listen, let y'all know congratulations on the show. But more importantly, I raised my hand so I could tell Marlon how stupid he sounds. But you don't. Now, in your defense, Marlon, you don't sound stupid if you're new to ballroom and just a member. But as a leader, you sound extremely dumb right now.
No, that's what I was really talking
Your thought process is that of a neophyte. You sound like somebody that is. I mean, it's no shade. I love you to death, but I'm like James. It's really hard for me not to tell the truth. I love you to death, but you definitely not sounding like a leader, because no leader in their right mind. Again, I understand your point of people are going. It does speak a certain volume to your leadership or to the quality of your members if people are approaching them. That is true. However, what leader is walking around here one thinking could because people are trying to poach their quality members? Nobody. It's not realistic. Mm-hmm. And if you're okay with it, you deserve all of the ballroom shades like Duante says that comes with it. You have to know that there are you want balls enough to know that nobody's just gonna allow that to fly. You trying to poach them. You do know a chop is coming, or a read, or a post, or the right house is slap. If the right house is a slap coming.
It's like listen, where did you learn this from?
No, I'm saying in the defense of listen to what I'm saying. As in the defense of a child, I'm really speaking up for the kids. Because there's a lot of kids that be like, you know what I'm saying, they get so much, they get
like not about the kids.
Railroad so bad.
This conversation is about leader
to
leader.
Let me finish. They get railroad so bad for going to another house. They don't have to stay in that house if they don't want to. Like, girl, they should be able to walk and get their
Very true.
It's not about your house and walking. It's not about staying in a house, Marlon. We're definitely. I'm glad you brought that point up, Kevin. That it's about when you're talking about recruiting. For me, that would definitely probably be talking about leadership. Definitely, we're not speaking to when it comes down to signing off on the final deal with it being done. That has to go through some type of leadership. So it's like, where does your leadership stand? Like, that speaks a lot for where, like Kevin said, where you stand as a leader. For you to just be okay with just running that type of riffraff, like that's crazy.
You can't call it riffraff because I may think that's some shit that the Garcons do is riffraff. So you can't say it's riffraff if it's about. Y'all got y'all bylaws and we got ours.
No, but my question to you, Marlon, is what respect do you have someone expect somebody to have for you?
That doesn't have anything to do with the House of Garcon. That's me speaking from my point of view. That has nothing. I haven't spoken from a.
At the end of the day, you just want to win.
Point of view with it, but basically what you're saying is you're speaking from a Mizrahi point of view. This is how the Mizrahi.
No, I'm speaking from a point of view where, like,
what are you gagging for? It's Jusss Kelly. What are you gagging for?
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. First and foremost, I want to welcome little James, Marlon, Lawrence, and Duante to the Jusss Kelly Network. And I want to thank y'all for definitely bringing the Butch Queen Hour back, honey. Okay, baby. Listen. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say first, okay? I've been sitting here and I've been listening to y'all. I'm reading all the comments that people are saying on Facebook and everything. To everybody that's asking on Facebook, this is the Butch Queen Hour. This is not about me. They will be on live next week, you know, on underneath their own umbrella, underneath live, so y'all can ask them questions and things of that nature and stuff. But, Marlon, I love Marlon down, but baby, some of the things that Marlon is saying right now is really asinine, okay? And that is not how we run this organization over here. So I don't want anyone to think that is how we run this organization over here. Now, if a member comes and approaches someone in the House of Mizrahi about being in the house, just like Duante said, just like Lil James said, and just like Lawrence said, first and foremost, I'm going to ask them why are they leaving their house, okay? That's first of all. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to their leaders and I'm going to contact the leaders of their house to find out what was the issues with that member in their house before I accept them into my foundation. And before they even get accepted, it's going to be a lot of work for them to do to get over here into this organization. I'm just not going to sit here and poach people's members. That's unprofessional. It's unbecoming a ballroom. And it becomes a lot of shade and hostility on judges panel and outside of ballroom and on Facebook when you poach people members and you take them and they're underneath this umbrella one day and then they come out at a ball and they underneath this other umbrella. A lot of houses and a lot of parents is going to take it as shade, okay? Because a lot of these young, newer generation children are poaching people's members and taking their members, but before they take their members, they're not doing the back work and the leg work that they need to do to find out exactly why this person left this house. Loyalty is a big thing when it comes to ballroom. And if you're in a house and you're going to hop house until you find the right house that fits you, you just need to sit back and just be a 007 and wait until you find the right house and the right organization that fits you. Every house that looks great on the outside has internal problems on the inside that we just don't know about. But I want to thank y'all all for joining the Jusss Kelly Network. And back to the Butch Queen Hours. And the phone lines is open for anybody that wants to call in and chime in on their conversation. The phone lines is open. Just press 1 and they are here for the shit. Bye.
Yeah, Kelly, you might want to stay and speak on Marlon's behalf because he always gets talking crazy.
No, it's not. Because I don't agree with what Kelly said. I don't agree with what Kelly said because at the same time, when you say you need to sit back and be a 007, sometimes it takes a person to really get in that house so that they can, you know what I'm saying, like, it may look good on the outside, but bitch, let me get in there, and when I get in there, it's not what I want, so I'm leaving. So I'm going to go to the next house. I can't watch the house from the outside.
No.
I need to get in there.
First of all, Marlon, hold on. Let me say something. Right there, you already have your recruitment off. You should be bringing these people around your house before you even bring them into your house, so that they even know, so that you can pick up off their vibe and they pick up off yours. When these people come to your house, you should basically already know them. Now, since you want to talk about that, those are Garcon ways. Okay, we know our people before we bring them in. We're not just bringing whoever off the street and put them in our house and give them a trial run and see how things go. Well, that's not how it happens. We don't do that kind of stuff over here. Maybe if you're not gonna let them be playing with your name like that. Come down.
Oh, but let's say, okay, so even with how Marlon put it, Marlon, even if that's how they want to do it, then all everyone is simply saying is leave the house. If you're not happy there, you want to go somewhere else, leave. Ain't no need in you just switching houses. Just leave and then go to wherever you feel next, if they allow you to. And can I say something, Lawrence? You was dead right. Of course, we birthday twins, we a lot alike. I'm dead like when they come to recruit, because what I know we'll do is sometimes they don't have an intent in coming to your house. They are fishing so that they can use you as leverage to go back and say, so you're like, y'all better treat me right because so and so want me. Somebody will definitely try to clout chase it. Sometimes they be lies, but move themselves up in Marlon's name. I know it's not.
They would definitely use so and so want me. This house wants me. Y'all, if y'all don't do this, I'ma leave. Bye.
Marlon, I've seen it happen with tons of houses, including his.
Yeah, and I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen over there too, but I guess y'all said no, ma'am.
Well, it happens with tons of houses. Nobody's exempt from any of these things nobody's exempt from the things we're saying. I don't want you to think it's just a matter of how you handle it. But every single house has gone through it, or is affected in these same ways. By people playing these same games, or people, wanting to leave their house. No house is exempt. There's not a single house that is exempt from a bitch pretending they, playing the game, knowing that they want to go somewhere else, or knowing that they want to stay and want to use, somebody's leverage. Every house has gone through it.
We got a call. 301. Oh, we got Harold trying to come in. Yeah, 379.
That's not how you introduce the icon, Harold, Lawrence.
Will you have some type of ballroom etiquette now?
He's trying to take it.
And hold on, Lawrence. Did you name your 13 people here?
Of course.
You said what?
Did you name your 13 hoes that you said yet?
Marlon, hold on, Marlon, honey. Let me hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all how to do this, honey, because they all part of another radio show. So when I type in the inbox and I tell you and I send it to y'all, y'all gotta give it to them. Everybody, please welcome to the air the icon founding father from the iconic point of view. Harold Balenciaga is on the airwaves with y'all.
I just really wanted to call in and just say congratulations to Lil James, Marlon, and Duante on y'all endeavor, and for dragging on with y'all. Yeah, just for dragging Lawrence along with y'all. I know y'all carry. But hey, Lawrence. Hey. What's going on with you?
I'm just over here getting drugs.
Oh, okay. All right. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. I don't want to have to hit somebody up and have them light you up on Facebook. So, but I just want to, again, like I said, congratulate y'all. Welcome y'all to the airways. Y'all have a good discussion going on. There's some lies going back and forth on here, but yeah.
Well, Lord, we have some lies here. No, come on. That's interesting. Come on. What's the lie?
I mean, everybody tries to act like they so innocent and recruiting, and it's like, nobody comes to our house unless, blah, 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 blah. I mean,
what you talking about?
No, I didn't even hear that part. I just came out of a meeting, so I didn't hear that part.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Basically, what Harold's saying is can't be a glass house, you know?
Basically, okay, because I'm here for the shit, honey, okay? And I already knew Harold was coming with his emojis that he put up on Facebook. Basically, what Harold is saying about the Mizrahi poaching the Balenciaga girls and making them mothers, I already knew Harold was coming.
You know, I have a problem. If it, man, and I can understand that. You know, you have to have positions sometimes to, you know, get people. So I understand that, and I can respect that. But you know, are any of those girls still in position, or they just they pay?
They're still here. They're still around. But let's talk about since y'all here and y'all talking about current events and current topics. I'm here for the shit, and I've been listening to what y'all been saying, and I see Vinny Mark-Jallup is on the live. So let's talk about the Mark-Jallups poaching all the girls and their members since y'all want to be here for the shit.
Oh well, that would only be fair if Vinny was on the line. So y'all go ahead and give him this slot.
Vinny, call in. The phone lines are open.
Well, while we wait for Vinny, so Harold, you want to go ahead and kind of explain also like what your intent was when you made the post the 13, you know, wins and things like that, and you know.
Oh yeah, let me address that because I heard somebody made a live was like, it's all about the kids having fun. Listen, let me say this. Ballroom is fun. You know, as we get older, you know, it changes for us. But these kids that are coming in are having fun. They're enjoying themselves. Part of what we see in ballroom is this. You know, all y'all on the phone, y'all legends, the snap, whatever. Y'all won against competition. You know, y'all deserve what y'all got. But too often we see people get acknowledged, and the question becomes the question becomes, you know, how did that happen? This, that, whatever the case. And then, you know, no one knows. So I think that, you know, now we have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to kind of sit and say, okay, so who did you win against? We were talking about this from an iconic point of view, and it was like, Marcus was like, so one of the categories, I don't know which one it is, you either had to get in one of 5 ways. Either like 13 of the years, or 13 trophies, or have won $1,300 in one night, or $13,000 over the course of your career, or something like, or beat 13 people that were legends. I was like, all right, that's a good topic. Yeah, okay. So I was like, that's a good topic. So I made a post in the group, and I was like, in the Clips group, and basically was like, okay, so name 13 people that you beat. One, because I felt like it would be good and allow for a point of education, for people to see who others have beaten. But two, also, I think that rivalries are good in ballroom. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you see names, whatever the case is, and people get to a certain point, and you understand the importance of rivalries. Like for me, I didn't walk both of them, but watching like a Kitty Ronaldo battle or a Kitty Milan battle, with a little everything. So, you have people, sometimes people, I'm going to just say this, there are people in ballroom that have long wrote a story about their own history, and then they're at a point, they don't like stuff like this because it allows people to really see behind the curtain and see that the wizard is not really what you thought it was. So, I mean, yeah.
All right, and on that note, we're going to thank you for calling in, Harold, and we're going to go to our next caller, 443-814. You're on the air.
Hey guys, this is Arnold. I just wanted to say congratulations. Congratulations to all you guys. Duante, my fave. Little James, my fave. Marlon and Lawrence. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Harold made that post specifically about Marcus's category. He wanted to go pontificate about why he did it. He did it specifically about that category and not because he wanted to see anything. So he's lying, child. He's lying. She would come on and make a grand statement. But congratulations, guys. Y'all doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arnold.
Thank you. Our next caller is 678-596. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Vinny. What's going on, Duante, James, Lawrence, and Marlon?
What's up, Lou?
Hey, Tab.
Hey, what's going on? I'm calling. I guess Kelly tagged me about 20 minutes ago. I wanted to know what was going on.
Well, we were just addressing, approaching other people's members and things like that or whatever. And I guess we were addressing. Duante, go ahead and explain.
No, girl, you getting quiet now, girl. You the one that wants to start this shit.
Oh, I'm not to get quiet, bitch. So what we were saying, what they were saying.
I got it, Marlon. Hold
on. You wanted to say it, so give me a second. So we were talking about approaching people, members, whatever the case may be. So I said, Lawrence, I kind of went against. I didn't agree with Lawrence saying. People can approach people members if they're approachable. That's what ballroom is. Like, that happens. Like, people, for what I know people approach people.
Honey, she's rambling. Hello. This is Lawrence right here. What was said was, she came on here asking what was going on between your house and our house. Kelly came on later and said, what's going on with the Margellos trying to steal all the people's kids. I guess they wanted your view on that subject. I haven't spoken on it at all yet, but you can go ahead on the speed.
Okay, cool. So, my view on it is, well, first of all, nobody from my house or my organization in the House of Margello, we don't operate like that. First of all, we don't approach people that are in other houses. Actually, what I do is I actually give the other houses the respect to make their members become 007s first and then speak to them later. Now, just because you become a 007, that does not mean that you're going to become a Margello. So a lot of people, have been reaching out, and they've been in other houses, but I won't even speak to them, okay? And this goes for anybody across the board. There's not a single soul in ballroom that can say, I have approached them about being a part of my house or anything like that, and they're in another house. They don't happen like that. So when I spoke to the House of Garcon, the House of Garcon removed that post. And I believe, Lawrence, you're a leader within Garcon, so you spoke with Shannon, and you know that this is not a House of Margello versus House of Garcon thing. This is nothing right. There's nobody opposed, nobody from the House of Garcon. There was a speculation that a young lady that I had never met in my life named Diamond Garcon said that I had approached her. However, when I spoke to her, she said that wasn't true. And so there was the whole big discrepancy, but I haven't approached nobody. The list to be a Margello is very long. So I'm trying to go through that. So I have no reason to approach anybody. I hope that clears it up.
Now I can agree to that. As far as you not approachable, basically, like I told you, it comes down on leadership. But when you have people within your house that are approaching other people, then those things become a problem as well. For Marlon,
but to me, it starts from the top, though. The problem is with leadership. Because if you have a child that comes to you and say something about another house or something, the first thing you should do is reach out to the leaders of that house and say, hey, what's going on? You should, to me, as leaders, we have to learn how to operate and coexist as leaders. You can be leading your organization, I can lead mine, and we have different leadership styles, but we can work together to resolve conflict and not go to social media, especially when there was no conflict to begin with. Because now it's out here like this narrative that the House of Margello is out here approaching. We're not approaching nobody. In fact, a lot of people would be surprised if we were to say, all the members that are in other houses that are approaching and saying they want to be a Margello. But my response is to anybody that wants to be in this house, just leave your house first. You don't need to leave your house because you want to be a Margello. Leave your house for your own particular reason, and then come to us later. That's all. And I don't feel like people have to stay in houses. I feel like if you're a child and you don't fit the brand or you don't fit the house, then you're entitled to leave. And I do feel like one thing about Margello, I'm not interested in having people come around if you're not a Margello, just to see how it is. No, that's not how it is. Because to me, it's it's organic. It's either you're going to click or you're not. It's either you're going to family or you're not. It's not like you come around for a trial, we figure out how you are. Because if we love you, we don't love you regardless.
But what? Okay, so say in this instance, the reason why I agree with actually doing that is because you don't get all of everybody. Everybody doesn't just snap in and just click like that, though. Like, and it actually be genuine. Like, let's say, okay,
yeah, but you're not gonna get. How you really gonna have somebody come around? Somebody can't come around for 1 or 2 times, and you really get to know them. It takes a while for you to really know a person to begin with. So it's like you're not gonna know the full Vinny over the course of 1 or 2 times. You're gonna get to know me, and I'm gonna open up as time goes along.
Yeah, that is true. But I don't. But I feel as though I would know if I would even want to get to know you after 1 or 2 times. You get what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm saying. No, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna get the full package of that. But I'm going to at least know if I even want to get to know you. That's just like, okay, let's say I bring you around. I bring somebody around who's, you know, a prospect or somebody that wants to come around. We bring them around. We go out on a night on the town. We go out to the club. We go here. We go wherever we're at. Okay? We're out. We're drinking. We're having a good time. Now, when we get some drinks in our system, now I discover that once this person has 1 or 2 drinks, they become belligerent. They out here fighting. They want to do all this carrying on. Now I know. Okay, now I'm seeing. Okay, look, is this something I want to deal with? Now we got to sit here and babysit people and make sure they don't drink like that, or they gonna be out here acting a fool. You get what I'm saying? Like, or is that something that I'm willing to actually deal with? It's like, oh no, you know, they're actually a good person. They just may have this type of issue. Okay, we can work with them on it. That's something that I get to know.
Right.
So,
for me,
I don't know you from a can of paint. I take you to the ball, and then there's somebody fighting in the back, and they like, yo, how's feeling back there fighting? And they drunk back there just trying it with people. And it's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You be sitting here gagging because now they talk about,
Lawrence,
you know.
I must admit, you have really changed. Garcon has really, you know, changed you. Like, and I mean, in a good way. Like, you know, for real.
But I still feel like, in that scenario, it's like if I really want to be a Garcon, if I'm coming around you guys and it's a trial thing, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on. I'm going to be on my best behavior because I'm trying to impress you all. So, of course, I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do, and then I'm going to expose the bad shit later. It's just, to me, if I love you or if the connection is there, it's going to be there regardless. And if you still happen to be a drunk or you have an issue that we have to deal with, then we will deal with that down the line. But it's like, for me, with me developing this new house, it's like the goal is to get people that have never been a part of ballroom and bring them to ballroom. So it's like, I guess it's a different vision. So yeah, it's different. Yeah.
I mean, we definitely have a different vision, but I think that you know that we want the outcomes to basically be the same. You know what I'm saying? For it to be a family unit and for, you know what I'm saying, for everything to work as far as that. I definitely agree with you with that.
But are there any other houses while we on the call that feel like the House of Marcella has been approaching their members? Because that seems to be like the hot topic. I just wanted to know, because the Garcon, we know it's no issue. It's never been no issue with no other house. But while we on the line, has anybody have any issues with anything, like as far as my house is concerned?
The West
I got an
issue. You know, I have no issues.
I got an issue.
What's that? Is that Pampers?
Yeah, I called you the other day. You didn't return my call yet.
You didn't call me.
This is not a place to address that.
He asked if I had an issue. Okay, I'm pulling up your house.
He said,
But no, because like really, it's like I'm not trying to come. Like the House of Marcella is not trying to come to the scene with that like narrative at all. Like no, that's not true. It's already so much other mess and so much other bullshit that people are saying that we just paying, of course. But like to be saying something like that is just not. It's not true at all. Yeah. But that's all. I'm up to go with y'all.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to see if any comments, callers, anybody like that wanted to come in. I don't know if anybody had anything else. I mean, let me see. No, I don't see nobody speaking out on that at all. But no, let's definitely clear that air. There's definitely not a Garcon Marcella thing at all. Like that's not. It's not a house. It's not a house issue. I would definitely say that it's definitely not a house issue, and I don't want to try to push that. I don't want to push that or make that seem like what it is or anything like that. I definitely want to clear that air. You know, as far as that,
we good. Like we it's all love.
how do you guys feel about, like, anytime somebody get into it, like, they got to go to social media, like, they got to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, compared to, like, girl, you could have texted me, or, girl, you could have, like, what, do you ever wonder, like, girl, what is her motive, or do they want to try to embarrass you, or, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what do y'all think? Is those days gone where I could just send you a private message or text, and, you know, we can cut each other out without going public, or, like, those days are just gone? Like, you just got to make it.
I do. I mean, definitely today, yes, everything is right there on social media. That's definitely the way that people communicate. That's definitely the way, yes, it's definitely going to be on social media. As much as people say, I don't try to run the social media, I don't do this, I don't do that. Everybody, it's 2019, yes, it's definitely on social media. When you get into it with somebody, it's going to be on your social media one way or another. But I feel as though that's because writing something down is the best way to let some shit go. So when you write in those posts, and even though everybody can see it, if you were to write that shit down somewhere else, you would get the same emotions off your chest that you would get whether you write it on social media or not. But I feel as though that's why people run to social media. I know. We actually have, Vinny, we're going to have to let you go. We have another caller in the queue.
All right, y'all do one.
Thanks for calling. All right, thank you.
Thank you for calling.
919-685. Okay, I don't think there anymore. 919-685, you on the air.
I think it's me.
All right,
okay,
yeah, we
go.
We definitely go. But okay, back to what you were saying, Marlon, about social media.
Social media has just ruined relationships, friendships, you know, just everything. Like, it's invaded everyone's privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may get into it with Lauren privately, and then it comes to subs, and, you know, it's just, like, crazy. Like, so it's just, like, crazy for real for y'all.
But I don't really agree that social media is what ruins people's relationships.
Well, social media has opened up a door for bitches to be very sneaky, you know, when it comes to your man.
No, actually, social media has opened up a door for you to realize how sneaky bitches are. Because bitches was being sneaky before social media. Social media just gives you to be able to go back there and be able to catch it. That's all that is. People was being cheated on long before there was ever any social media. They just found different ways to go about it. That's definitely.
I just say so.
Huh? No, go ahead.
So, if you and one of your girlfriends, that was girlfriends or whatever the case may be, and y'all so happen to just get real nasty on social media, and y'all say some really nasty stuff, is there any way coming back from that, and y'all can just be back girlfriends, or is it like, girl, I didn't forget what you said?
Honestly, that's not happening. Honestly, I feel like I went through it with some of the people closest to me in my life. I honestly just started back talking to somebody close to me. At no point was there ever a social media back and forth, talk about each other and all that type of thing. Because of that simple fact that I feel like once you put words out there, there's no coming back from it. And then honestly, I don't have that much stuff that I could even think of that I want to speak to them to like try and put them down and demean them, because I'm not thinking about that type of stuff because that's how close they are to me. And I think people who can go at it with their friends and say some of the nasty type shit like that, those are people's real friends to begin with. Because if it is, you never had that in your mind even thinking of.
Yeah, like the closest friends air out everything.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all for real. I done read some motherfuckers I'm close to on social media. No shade. I done read the shit out of them. Now, let me tell you, and most times if I read them on social media, I won't tag their name in it. They know I was talking about them, but I don't tag their name in it. But no, I definitely, no, seriously though, if it's definitely something like that, like with somebody that I'm close with, an issue like that, no, I'm not going to. The first thing I'm going to do is not run to social media with the issue. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can get petty along the way and start throwing us a little subs or something like that. But no, honestly, if me and somebody that I'm close with, no, we're not going to just run straight to, so I'm not running straight to Facebook for somebody that I'm close with at all. Now, there's just, and I can't drop you got to go to get in the post. You said what?
Do you feel that if y'all do have to go to social media, no coming back? Like, that's not your girlfriend later down the line no more, or?
Nah. Because for real, I would have said that same fucked up shit to their face. I just went around them at the time. We would have came back from it regardless if I really fucked with them. I'm not going to say nothing to somebody that everybody else. I feel like it's all about what you say, because I'm not going to say something to somebody that I can't come back from, that I honestly feel that you know what I'm saying, if we're that close. That's not like that. And if I do, then just that must be it. I'm done with you. Where's Lil James at? Did we lose Lil James along the way?
I'm here. I'm here.
What the fuck is you giving? You know what? I feel like you're getting bored. So what's up with this epiphany? Because we about to scratch that whole thing. I want to hear this epiphany. I've been waiting to hear this one. What's up with that?
All right. So look, first of all, don't try to have, because Duante, you on some funny shit. Don't try to have like I'm saying, all the schoolboys in my inbox. No, that's not what I was saying. In my opinion, I made it very clear. I feel like there's a specific reason why when people come into when new schoolboys come into the scene, they gravitate more towards me. And, you know, they love it all. And I think I don't want to talk about it. Y'all tried it.
No, we want to.
Oh, my God. Y'all trying to make me lose my fan base. Like, what are y'all giving?
No, we not. No,
that's like me doing that to you with the pretty boys. I don't do that.
No, I do. No. Okay, so this is my thing. So listen. You said when new schoolboys come to the scene, they're attached to you for some type of reason, and you figured out
why. And I never
why.
really knew why, but I had to sit and observe and try to figure out what it was that I could do. Like, what it was about me that made them attached to me. Like, why do the schoolboys always like me? I'd be like, what is that about? Like, all the people that come to the scene, schoolboys like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood what that was, and I thought about it, and I was like, I think I know what it is.
So what is it?
What is it? Duante, you try. I'm going to get my leg back. I want all of y'all to know.
That's what you said. I'm so sorry. So basically what you said, it ain't no schoolboy out there. It ain't no schoolboy out there that ain't crossed your path.
Ain't no badass schoolboy out there that ain't crossed my path. Let's be clear. No, I'm playing. No, so I'm fucking weak right now. No, so listen.
They not bad unless they came across your path.
Thanks. If they
I can respect that though, because that's how I feel about the pretty boys. Like if I ain't gonna be at you can't really say you pretty.
You know, say Duante. So listen, my thing is this. I feel like when the schoolboys come into the scene, they grab like. All right, so you know how when you first come into the scene, this applies to because most people that come into the scene start off on schoolboy. Am I right?
Correct.
Yes, we do.
Because I need y'all to help me break this down.
No, y'all want to stop doing that with my category. Catch Marlon talking about yes, we do.
So the thing is, I feel like
we putting a band that shit stop though.
No, it really needs to stop, but it is a thing though. Even I started off on the street. Like, but I think you know how when we first came into the scene, we already like stepped into that thing of like no fast, no fast. Is that true too? Because I need y'all to help me walk through this. All right, because I want to make sure I'm staying on like on a direct path of how this usually goes. So we used to come to the ballroom, and we had this thing of like, oh no, I don't want no big ass boy, and I don't want no real feminine boy either. And no matter what you saying, like if you're being bored, you're feminine, you still don't want no big old feminine boy. So I feel like we sit and we kind of sit. The schoolboys, they sit and they kind of scope around like, oh, this boy look like a boy. Oh my God, what the fuck is he doing? He look extra gay. So that person, he's extra. Then you had like, I'm not even gonna mention big people. We just keep them out of it. But then you had like somebody like me, who you see me walking around, you see me doing all this stuff. I dress like a boy and stuff. I'm kind of like in between, like my masculinity level is like right in between. It's like not too gay, not too masculine, just kind of right in the left for both. And I feel like they see that, and then I'm like, I'm humorous. I play around a lot. I like, I like to have a nice time, but then I also have this really good side of myself that can be like really serious, which like was kind of adds to my masculinity. And then I have this side of me that's like kind of nurturing that adds to the side of my femininity. It's like where I came from, like how I was raised. And I think they start to like, by the time they start to like kind of gather, like, oh shit. And then it's funny because it happens the same way with all of them. Like, they don't know I vote because they kind of knew the ballroom, so they don't really be knowing much about nothing. Then they see me put on the shit that I wear, y'all know I always wear scandal and stuff. And they be like, oh, and they kind of like, I'm pretty sure they kind of make them back off a little bit. But then my personality, I just think I was really it's bad.
It is so bad. Y'all gotta go.
Listen. So look, I think my personality regains them. Like they get back into me. They be like, oh, he's like. And then I think they kind of like, at this point now, I like him. I want to date him. I want to get to know him better. All this different stuff. And as time go on, I feel like they start to like realize, like everybody else, what they like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can understand. I actually was following you a lot of what you were saying. I can understand that because I feel like that's like when you bring something different to what you get. I feel like that's why I attract the type of boys that I attract as well, because it just be like you get a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? And then as much as they say, "Oh, I don't," by the time you get to the part that you don't, you done did everything else. It's like you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what your eye attract as well, because it just be like.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see where you're going with that. You basically what you're saying is you just enough of everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like right in between of everything they do and don't like. So it's like I do like this, but that's too much of that for me, and I don't like this, and I can't go in that direction. And I feel like I'm right in between it. So let me tell you something. Every school where I've ever dated, the people that they deal with now is completely opposite from me. Like they don't date nobody that's like me. So I feel like I was always in between. Every single school where I've ever even talked to, like talk to other people that's like different from me. Like they mess with some really scruffy dudes. Some of them mess with some really, really extremely pretty dudes. Like they just always go in different directions. So I feel like, you know. I feel like I had that in-between part that schoolboys like when they first come into the scene, when they're not sure what they like in ballroom. And then they start to gravitate more to the... Yeah, like, and then they start to gravitate more towards a thug realness type of thug, or more towards a prettier sex.
That's what they be after, the thug realness?
What is it about schoolboys that you like then? Because then for them to
you know what I do? I have a thing for like I have a thing for like people who look a tad bit young. Like it's not like I don't like complete twinks. Like I don't give a fuck how masculine somebody like Destiny could be. I can never have like Destiny is not the kind of young that I like. Like I like the young, trady kind of looking thing. Like to look at you look like you're every bit of like 22. You know
like Little Romeo, like Bow Wow, Little Romeo.
Not in that old day, but like the current them, like how young they look, and like they look like they're out of school.
I get what you're saying.
No, I'm saying you like how they look right now. Like today, you would date.
Yeah, like I like how they look like they in the train. Like you know how people have that kind of look of like they're in transition from their parents' house to their own place. I like that kind of. Y'all trying me so bad. I'm never ever saying my daughter's.
No, that is a kid, but no, because I
So you guys want to play a game where everyone has to name two schoolboys that...
No, we're not playing no name, but we name
this show would never ever... Y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Not the Little James show.
Okay, we Girl, what? You name your name.
For the love of Little James.
The fuck?
I would just make sure what would you stay away from my schoolboys?
Excuse me.
Girl.
I don't even like schoolboys.
No, they don't like you.
What's your preference, Marlon? I like pretty boys and masculine face boys. And yeah, that's
masculine face. Oh, you talking about categories?
I'm saying well, basically that's how we generalizing them in ballrooms. I'm saying like, if you say outside of ballroom, I like a well-groomed man. The fuck.
Believe it or not, there is some like bold films that's like kind of more boy. Like I mean, I don't know. Like they kind of.
So you like bold films?
No. What I'm saying is there is some bold films that's kind of. Y'all ain't never seen like a bold film where you kind of be like, if she didn't vote, like.
No, we asked you
like,
what category would you say fits your preference? Is what we're asking.
I mean, it would have to be schoolboy. Definitely not Thug. Definitely not Runway. I don't think.
So basically, you and Lil James is bumping heads.
No, we don't bump heads.
No, I always.
Lil James, you said all the schoolboys became fast too. Marlon hollering schoolboys. Y'all the heads.
I hear what you're saying, Lawrence, but what I'm saying to you is that you can't compete when you don't compare. We don't bump heads. We don't bump heads. Marlon has had that a couple of my old schoolboys do, but when their eyes were on the prize, Marlon is not a fan.
When they was hitting that prom, it wasn't hitting for Marlon.
Niggas wasn't hitting. Yeah, when they was telling me to add shit to their tab, Marlon was not a fan.
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
So
I don't even. Yeah, let's get on Duante.
Because you know Marlon gonna run all stops.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get out of the topic. I was going to try to get out of the topic.
What category is your preference, Duante?
Are we right now? No.
Duante don't have a type.
Oh my God!
I'm with Marlon.
I'm on Duante. Hello. You on here?
I'm trying to come on now and get all laughing.
Watch it, Marlon. But no, if I had to pick like a category, I would say runners with influence the most.
Really?
Yeah. But I feel like categories is something you do when you like first understand when you're like looking at people and characteristics by the categories they walk. As you get older, you know, there's like people that say like, oh, they don't vote femme because they're feminine and they vote or whatever. Like, and then as you get older, you'll have people like a Little James or like some other ones that you wouldn't even know that they're necessarily a vote femme if you didn't see them actually do it. So I don't think you can really go by categories, honestly.
Yeah, at some point you can.
So I don't say up in no guidelines like, oh, baby, I don't think no, fuck that. But I'm just gonna say if I had to generalize my preference, I would definitely say, yeah, pretty boys is where it's at. I would say runners with influence because it's like they feminine, but then they also at the same time. I did catch how Marlon at first said she didn't like schoolboys, and then we asked what category she had to pick when she said schoolboys, right? Yeah, Marlon be close for the shit.
We're not on there anymore. Lil James already. Hold on, Lil James already got this together. We're not on there anymore. We're on Duante.
Marlon gonna be on here contradicting like him.
Wait, excuse me?
So you don't know what you're coming and going. What you live for? You wanted both films at first, and then you ran off and talked about schoolboys.
No. When I originally.
You had to wait for Lil James to clear you to say you like schoolboys.
No. I mean, it's only. I think no matter what nobody say, everybody likes schoolboy. Like everybody.
I mean, duh.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you dumb?
Girl.
Are you dumb? What the fuck you mean? Come on now. You can say that. Wait, is Santa still on here?
I think that's a
No, but seriously though, schoolboys that's what they are. Like schoolboys, I'm gonna tell you this. Not trying to be funny to nobody, but ugly schoolboys, they not known. Ugly schoolboys, they don't win. Schoolboys are the boys of the ballroom team. That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the little cute boys of the ballroom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm saying
fresh meat. That schoolboys represent fresh meat. Everybody going after the fresh meat. That's why everybody likes the schoolboys. They're new. They're most of the times, like you said, when you first get on there. When you first come into the scene, what they tell you in schoolboys. So schoolboys are usually the freshest ones there. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna catch somebody in that schoolboy line. That's his first time walking the ball.
Niggas, the reason everybody likes schoolboys.
Yes, and then
everybody likes schoolboys. I never get there on time. I always get there late. This is a lifestyle that adorns you. The gay lifestyle in general adorns you. So schoolboys represent that. That's the first thing.
Okay, so Peppers, I have a question. Are you proud of the schoolboys that you've been witnessing lately, the newer ones? Or do you feel like that they kind of messed up y'all reputation?
Well, first off, I can't. You want to talk over James? Oh, I know.
James,
I'm here. We know you can hear us, so we can hear you. Oh, sorry. Dang, that's going to ask me, Marlon. I thought you were going to ask me what type of people in the ballroom I was attracted to.
Well, I think it was. I don't believe your answer, so I ain't even gonna ask you that anyway.
Marlon, how you gonna answer?
Well, I guess you thought I was gonna say like Twitter eyewear or whatever she wants, but I'm good.
Listen. Is this schoolboys now? Are you guys proud that they're holding y'all legacy together, or y'all feel like y'all kind of like you're saying y'all need to come in and do a boot camp?
No, I mean, I don't, I commend anybody that's willing to get out on the floor to walk, especially a category like schoolboy that people really don't.
I'm talking the way they carry themselves now.
Care about. Oh, nah, it's not for me to judge, honestly, because, even back in the day, like, we had feminine schoolboys like Lauren.
First of all,
yeah, you're right.
No, he's not right. And that's how you let people come. And you will sit there and let people come. Let me tell you something. Pampers knew me on the scene. The girls didn't knew I cut up like that until I started cutting up like that. And until I started.
Lauren is always the first lady of the schoolboys.
Baby, at the end of the day, all y'all got these.
No, wait a minute now. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Yeah, but no, seriously, I'm gonna tell you what it is about the schoolboys of today that sets us aside from the schoolboys when we was walking. Is that schoolboys? I feel like schoolboys let the scene do them, and we didn't let the scene do us. Like we had personality. We were all of each one of us. You can identify us off of our own personality. We all were something different that we brought to the category, and we actually brought stuff to the category and had fun with the category to make them actually start putting money into the category because they weren't giving. Most of the schoolboy grand prizes was around when we were walking. Now you letting these people tell you to stand there, don't say nothing. You're not doing nothing. You coming mediocre. They have no type of presence. They have no type of anything. They don't have none of that. They just come up there and stand in front of a judge.
They be looking at kids.
Yeah, like that's it. They don't bring nothing else extra to the category. And I tried to tell, the schoolboys that I talk to, so it's like, yo, find your niche in the scene and just ride that out. Find, you know what I'm saying? You do have something personal that you can bring to the scene. Ride that out. Let that be your thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I do think I am kind of disappointed in schoolboys because they have more access to the things that y'all really didn't have access to like that. So they really should be like doing some weird.
Yeah, well, that's not true. That's not true, Marlon. It's two different things. Well, you can have all access in the world, but if you don't have the creativity, it doesn't matter. That's first. The second thing is this: if we're gonna keep it 100, we're gonna keep it really real. We were all schoolboys at the height of witchcraft. If you get my drift.
So we really have no access to that. We could pull our stuff in
No, these
with our
folks got,
relationship
no,
and our
these folks
outfit.
really got to connect, though.
Yeah, but you already know the witchcraft ain't the same.
It's just
If I was able to take a marching band from Atlanta to New York, anybody doing it?
I'm gonna tell you, it really just comes down to the personality. And that's for anybody that walks realness all the way across the board. Whether you walk thug realness, whether you walk pretty boy realness, food boy realness, any type of realness that you walk. Like a lot of people be like, oh, realness bores me. That's because nobody brings nothing. And I was just thinking about this earlier. I really don't like the way a lot of times that commentators be coming at people that's walking. It's like you cut people moments off. You cutting people's creativity off. They cut all of that off to rush the ball so that we running. You know what I'm saying? So we can hurry up with this category. We had to get let the people be creative. Like nobody wants to pay $30 to come up here and be boring and just stand in front of somebody and just watch 12 people or 13 people point at you. Like nobody. That's not what I spend my $30 on and spend this money on this event for just to stand here. Like let me bring my shit to life. That would make it a lot more entertaining in ballroom. Like, and that's all the way across the board. And that's,
You talking kind of like how Marquise was like jumping around when he was, I think he was a soldier. He was like jumping around and stuff. He like to see that kind of stuff.
You don't fall out.
I mean, I'm saying, is that what you're saying you like to see? Like people do bring in like themselves to life?
You're such an Aquarius. You are such an Aquarius, Lauren.
Y'all took a long enough time to answer that. Never mind. Cause y'all mad.
But no, for real. Fuck that shit. Yes, hell yeah. You gotta go out there and you gotta do what you gotta do to get your motherfucking coin. Bring that motherfucking shit to life. Cause don't nobody wanna sit up there and spend all that money on that army ass shit and then you gotta just stand there and let somebody point you. Fuck that.
Or the worst thing to me is, and I've experienced this at the hands of an icon that we all know, is the chalk, not without looking at the line, just because you want to shorten the line, because you don't want to judge all those people or all those guys.
I've had that. I judges like that just shouldn't be sitting down at all. Like if you're not, I feel like a judge should be excited. If you're not excited to be judged, you not need to be sitting there. And it's funny because there be those people that's always calling people to find out if they're judging, because they should be judging, only to sit up there and act like they don't want to be up there.
Oh, this particular icon literally sat and she held her chop up during the schoolboy line to narrow it down to she like to let the first 5 or 10 in and she chopped everybody else just because she didn't want to have to, you know.
Oh my God, that person should never be on the panel. Whoever.
I fix it to you. I got a ball coming up.
That's terrible. Wow.
Let's go, baby.
So, speaking of which, everybody's tuning in. Everybody be sure to come see the fair in Atlanta, Labor Day weekend, Saturday, August 31st. I hope to see you all there. I know the Butcher Green Hour will be in the building. They will be dropping this weekend. Whoever did that, your mother is a hater.
Wow. So wait a minute, Peppers, are you inside the ballroom group?
Yes, I am.
How did you feel about the Icon Hero when it was just a fun little gesture, but was asking for the 13 wins and stuff? Like, did you go down a list of some of the people and was like, wow, okay, like bitch, I didn't know you would get up there like that. Because I've seen some names.
I missed that post. But when I read Marcus' category, I thought that's going to be real difficult for a lot of girls to do.
Or started category.
Everybody on this phone, with the exception of probably James, Little James, and me. None of y'all can name 13. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't have a problem posting my shit up in there. Who you was talking about?
So wait, I was on the.
Oh, you talking to Lauren?
No, I said everybody on this phone, with the exception of me and Little James, can't name 13. Okay, never mind.
What do we name it? 13 legends that we said?
Bitch, I can name 13 people for everybody on this phone.
Hold on, let me
motherfucking Little James, me and you the only ones I think can do it.
Just told me about this post right before, and I said, let me go ahead and post my 13, because you know when somewhere down the line somebody's gonna bring up this shit and say, oh, you didn't post my 13 motherfucking people on that motherfucking post. I just said that, and here you come an hour later with this bullshit. So let me give you my 13. Hold on. Yeah,
well, listen out loud. We don't have to wait till they listen.
I can't think about it. Actually, I ain't gonna even lie.
Oh, see, if you got to sit and think about it, it's a long drawn out process.
Go down my list, I would definitely, because I'm not gonna post. You know, people out there and just started naming people, and they be like, "No, girl, you didn't see me." So I'm gonna. No, I gotta.
That's what I'm saying. The girls is scary.
I want to make sure I have a bona fide 13 people that I have. I definitely know that I've walked up and this process to know that I would have 13 people.
Not 13 people, 13 legends.
That's what I said, legend. Campers, aren't you a legend?
I am. No, listen. You don't get no. Oh, you don't get no special genes.
I was just like,
you don't get no special genes.
Exactly.
Hold on, slow down.
We know campers is gonna be the number one.
First off, stop acting like I'm stuttering like you was when Cat was on the phone. I'm not stuttering like that. Stop acting like I'm stuttering like you were when Cat was on the phone, because I'm not stuttering like that. That's first.
Who you talking to, Marlon or me?
Second off,
you talking to Marlon or me? Oh no, he's
talking to you. I'm not Garcon.
Second off, Lauren. You did.
That's the first time you went.
Because I've sent you way more than you sent me.
Baby, I haven't had to stutter about anything that I haven't studied about anything that I said and nothing that I just said.
I sent you way. You sent me once. I sent you way more than you sent me.
Yeah, we only battled twice.
No, we battled about 4 times.
Yes,
we did. The very first time and I will say this, you beat me the very first ball you ever won. Because we just said, girl, Queens are thirsty for the new thing on the board. Yes, it was. The only time you beat me was at the ball in North Carolina. Your first home walking. You came out as an Anthony. I can tell you exactly what you had on because I don't take a lot of losses.
No,
so
that was the night you first saw me. That was not the first time I walked. Are you talking about when I had
it might as well be the first time you walked because nobody cared
about you.
No,
that was the first time you saw me.
It might as well be. It's the first time Ballroom saw you because nobody cared about you until you.
No.
Oh shit! You may have been.
Ball before that ball. So how the hell was that my first ball?
We know you didn't win. We know you didn't win the Aga Ball because I won that.
No, you didn't.
Did you? The Aga Ball in DC? Are you crazy? Yes, I did. And who said no? I didn't. Everybody on this phone knows, especially Duante and
Lauren said no, you
didn't. I said no, you didn't, because I thought somebody.
Duante and Lauren know that.
Every might have won. You might have won.
Lauren got you defeated the lunch, but every big ball I was winning.
I didn't even battle you at that ball.
I lost you at that ball. Oh, you didn't make it. You didn't make it to me.
No, baby, no. I definitely made it. That was actually my first major ball walk for Western.
I don't remember you. I processed everybody.
Honestly, I didn't know none of you motherfuckers, so I don't know who I said that name. Honestly, but I know that I was one of the last.
Well, we know when they said Grand Prize Pampers.
You can go back.
We know when they said Grand Prize Pampers.
If you want to. Now,
I know they said Grand Prize Pampers.
I was just up there. They just kept saying Ebony stand to the side.
Hold on. We have the schoolboy Marcus Escada on the line.
Girl, stop trying it. I'm Marcus.
The icon. Marcus is you are a schoolboy, so stop acting like you wasn't.
Hey everybody, congratulations on your show. Congratulations on the show. It's awesome.
I wanted to comment about the post. Shout out to everybody that did participate, and like Harold said, I think it was an opportunity for people to just kind of fact check and kind of just support the scene. I think it was fun because some people, when they did respond, was like, "Yeah, brother or sister, you did get me, but I'm gonna get you back." And I think that's what's missing. It's that type of spirit that I think that keeps it fun. It's these old bitches that refuse to post the wings that they don't kind of say right. Well, not even that, but we're asking them to claim, to state their claim to fame, and they're trying to avoid it and say, "Oh, this is for fun, and this is not big, this is not a job, and it's not that serious." I mean, obviously it is. You've been doing it for 30 years. Why would you dedicate your life to something for 30 years and not want to think? And so to those people who saying that they shouldn't do that, if ballroom is extracurricular, so is playing high school basketball. But every high school basketball player knows their stats. So why don't you? That's all I want to say.
Wow. Well, shout out also to Lil James, because Lil James' list was so professional, so it was to the point where it's kind of like a dictionary, where it's kind of like the ball, the year, the category. It was just
I know how people are. People who have selective memory about what they want to remember. So everything, if I put your name on it, you remember the ball I beat you at. So we don't have to have no debate back and forth about it. Because I've seen a lot of that.
You know what? That's 90 seconds.
Yeah, I have to put the ball I beat you at. So if you don't remember, somebody else remembers. I just need to make sure. Because there was a lot of back and forth going on about, you didn't beat me, all that. Put the ball you beat me at so we can make sure we're on the same accord. Because people remember what they want to remember.
I don't want another story.
It was fun doing that, though.
Yeah, I think that the post was fun. I think that it also educates some of the younger kids just to see, damn, bitch, where my favorite legend at, or where the bitch that be talking so much in the group or.
Yeah, that's why I know I gotta post. I talk too much shit.
So, another question. Lil James, how do you feel about people that maybe did not necessarily have 13, but they had 10?
How do I feel about them? I don't know. I don't know what to say about how I feel about them, but it's I don't feel about them. I just kind of you don't have 13 left, so it's nothing more than you can do. If you don't have 30, if you can't name 13 people you beat in your category, but you're a legend.
10 seconds.
That's some of your peers, though.
Huh? Some of my girlfriends, some of my closest girlfriends in ballroom are like that. I.e. Lauren. There's a lot of people that can't name.
Right, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like for performance specifically, not even just that. Well, yeah, for performance specifically, definitely with all these people being named. If you're a legendary performer, you can't name 13 people you beat in that category. That's legend. I feel like, because we say everybody gets named for legendary performance. So if you can't name 13 people you beat, then that, I don't have nothing to say. It's kind of there it is. That's why I like the fact that, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing for me to say, but that's also why I like the fact that, Marcus was the category where he voted, because it's not only do you have 13 people you beat. If you don't have 13 wins, if you can't walk that ball long story short, that says everything you need to be said. Period. You should be able to walk the ball whether you want to or not. You ready for a lot of I feel like, trust and believe. I ain't hearing no excuses. If you don't walk, you couldn't walk. Period. I don't know.
That's all the kind of watch this weekend. I mean, watch that weekend, James. All the girls. I couldn't get off at work.
But you in the these are elite categories. These are the categories that people should be itching to walk, because it's an elite category. All those older legends that talk about they don't want to walk with newer girls because they don't put the work in and all this and that. This is the time for them to walk, because this is an elite category that only people who put the work in can actually walk. So if they don't walk, I'm going to be looking at them the same way. This is not just for people who is newer legends. This is for older legends too, because they say they don't walk due to the fact that so many younger girls who don't really deserve their status in this category. But at this point, if you can list these people, I really think the number one should be if you can name 13 balls. 13 let's say World War I, if you can do that, then you're definitely elite in your category. Because I don't think you have to be like completely consistent forever to actually be a legend. But if you have a certain amount of wins and a certain amount of moments or whatever case may be, then by all means necessary, yeah, you should be able to like play that title with everybody else. So I don't know, like you said, it's gonna be a lot of excuses, but I think that this is the time that all those people that say they don't walk for whatever reason should be walking, because this separates them from everybody else.
So you think the category gonna be going for about 2 hours?
No, that category is gonna be real quick and easy. Straight to the point.
That category is gonna be about 15 minutes long.
15 minutes is a long time for 3 battles.
We gotta add time for the break in between the breather. No, but I think. Matter of fact, let me write my list.
Lawrence, you write your okay.
My list.
Peppers, is it true that also that y'all category a little different and maybe you can't really name 13 schoolboy legends that you say be?
No,
or
you're not
just
gonna name
like
13 schoolboy legends, but we know. Oh well, I'm sorry, you asked him. Go ahead. No, what were you about to say, Lauren? No, I was gonna say you're not gonna be able to name 13 schoolboy legends, but we've battled across the board. Like because I've definitely a lot of times when we were battling Icon, it was all real. Yeah.
Well,
but it's no shade. I can't think of more than 5 schoolboys that I've seen for legends. So. Yeah, the funny thing about it, there's a lot of these legendary schoolboys I ain't battled. But now I ain't gonna tell a lie. I ain't gonna say a lie. Some of these legendary schoolboys I never battled.
That's because they wasn't battling.
But some of the not the new ones I ain't supposed to battle them. They wouldn't have battled me regardless. Because some of the other ones I ain't battled. Like, well, who are you talking about? Like, give me an example of one so I can see if I battle. You did a video that you didn't battle? You said who? You need an example so you can say who you did battle. Like you didn't battle. Give me an example so I can see if you did battle. No, you give me an example. I ain't about to do this with these people right now, but it is what it is, though. We out here.
Well, we are at the top of the hour. I want to thank everyone for calling in and listening to the Butch Queen's Hour. What? Lauren?
What's up?
Give your closing statement and finish the list.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Marlon, his list gonna be as short as that closing statement.
Boy, shut the fuck up. You gonna be on. You know what? I'm gonna make you number 1. No, I'm gonna say.
Hold on, Lord. I think Peppers is gonna turn on. I think Peppers is gonna turn on his notifications in that group to make.
No, he can turn it on. I'm about to write my list out. It'll be up in less than 5. See, so let me sit up here. Smoke one blunt and you are the girl.
If you tag me, I'm gonna tag you.
Duante, where Duante at?
Thank you for calling in.
Duante, have I ever said you before?
No.
I'm gonna like, Lauren, get that list together.
No, we never battled before.
I was hoping it was gonna be a lot of that. I was hoping bad it was.
Baby, I was gonna do your ass.
You ain't making far enough to do me.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down this road and back again. This show was true. Y'all my pals and my confidant. I'll see y'all next Wednesday on the Butch Queen Hour.
Good night.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.